Yay. Oh. Awesome. And there's Maureen. Hey, Maureen.
Good morning. Good afternoon, Lisa. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Hey, do you know Tracy Tolentino?
No.
Oh, she was an Avon rep. Now she's doing something else, but she bought me this this cup, and I actually let Kenny, the director, use it, and he was mad with me because he says, I can't sit this on the table. This kid's in this. It says, I'd shank a bitch for you right in the kidney.
I like that.
And he was like, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't have cups like that that don't have something
Yeah.
cute on them. I thought that was cute.
I thought that was cute. You
Ooh,
know, I
yeah.
also like the ones or the t-shirts that say, don't piss me off because I would hide your body in the trunk and then join the
Join the
search
search
party.
party. That is so me.
Isn't
I
it
would do
though?
that. Yeah.
Like, and I freaked somebody out one time because I love murder shows. I love the true crime. I love all of that. I've always been, I wanted to be a lawyer when I was younger.
Oh.
Yeah. So I love all that. So I was talking to somebody one day and I said, "Well, you know what you do? You bury their body and then you put plants that are on the edge of being extinct or protected so they can't dig it up."
Yeah, see, that's brilliant.
And she looked at
It,
me.
yeah, it amazes me though why killers put the bodies in their own yard or in places that are associated with them. Like here in New Hampshire, you could bury that in any woods and it
Yeah.
wouldn't get found for decades. And instead, let's put it in our own backyard.
Well, the funny part is of course we have Lake Mead, so we've had lots
Oh,
of
I bet.
bodies.
Yeah.
But a couple years ago, the water got really low in one area,
Oh, I remember that.
and all these
They were,
bodies started.
yeah, that's bad. That's
Yeah,
bad. Hey, Rhonda
yeah.
and Joanne.
Hello.
Yeah, you notice I can't even take it off. I'm so happy this is lighter. I was
Hmm.
expecting it to be heavy and expecting not to care because I like it that much. And then it's light. It's a pleasure to wear it because it's not weighty.
Yeah,
Yay! And everywhere I went this morning, where'd you get that necklace? Yeah, it's one of those. It's just nice. Oh,
it's gorgeous.
just love it. I love it. Um, yay. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. We're up to, I think, like 38, 39
Oh,
members.
that's awesome.
Yep. And I've put up the May birthdays. But what I was thinking of doing is because you know how you and I were talking about how I want to make the group a little different.
Yes.
I was thinking about putting up a link that I was going to do like a monthly Zoom for like a get to know you
Oh, that's
or
perfect. Like a
whatever
mixer.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
whatever we want to do. Because I want this group, and that's what, and unless I use Chat GPT, I have a hard time expressing what I'm thinking. And it's been worse since the brain problem. So the card doesn't exactly say what I wanted it to say, but it's like it's good enough. I just want to welcome everybody. But I want everybody's input. Like if you have an idea that you think we should send a card for, let me know. And I made a graphic and I put that there.
No,
Um,
that's a great idea. I love did you see this, Donna?
No, not yet.
Yeah. Why don't you, Maureen, why don't you say what it is and why you did it? Well, without necessarily
this
discussing the
the reason I did it.
well,
Okay.
it's not that well, I no, I guess you have to say something about that.
Yes.
Right.
And Donna remembers this whole conversation, I'm sure, that we had a
You
couple weeks
turned a
ago.
lemon into lemonade. That's what happened.
Exactly.
Oh, good.
So I had found I had found a group on Facebook that you could send and receive cards. And
Mhm.
and I was sending and receiving a lot of cards. And but my URL for Avon was on the envelope. Now keep in mind, I've sent probably 200, 300 cards to this group already.
Mhm.
Somebody complained and I got kicked out of the group.
Yeah, I
So
remember you
for
saying
the
that.
first, yeah, so for the first, I don't know, 2 or 3 days, I was really, really throwing myself a pity party. And my husband kept saying to me, Maureen, open your own group. Maureen, just open your own group. So that's when I came to you ladies and you all agreed, open your own group.
Mhm.
So I started my own group and I did let ChatGPT name it. And they gave me a bunch of names, and that's the one I came up with. And but we could always change it. But right now I'm calling it the Kind Card Crew.
Oh, nice.
And basically it's just you send and receive cards. And that's all you do. And right now I think we're up to like 38, 39, 40 members maybe. And
Oh, awesome.
I'm in another one. I am in another one, but I specifically said to the woman when I joined, I have this URL, I sell Avon, it's on my envelope, I'm not taking it off. Is it going to be a problem? And she said, no, not at all. Thanks for asking ahead of time.
See, that's
So,
awesome.
yep. So, but I want to make my group or our group, because I was going to ask Lisa if she'd want to be an admin in the group, um,
Yeah.
just in case
Yeah.
I ever get kicked out. But I want to make our group different and
How
fun.
would you get kicked?
Well, like if I get Facebook put in Facebook jail or I can't get
Oh,
into it or something like that.
okay.
Because I
That's
almost
fine.
got put in Facebook jail and I didn't even realize I did something wrong. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Um, so I was thinking maybe do like a monthly mixer, set up a because I want our group to be fun and different and interacting. And I don't want it just to be we're sending cards to people that are strangers that we don't know. Even though that's fun, it's a lot of fun. But I want it to be a little different.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's a great idea. Don't you think that's a good idea, Donna?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Any
Mm.
way you meet new people is an awesome idea, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Donna,
Yeah.
look,
I just
Donna.
thought it would be fun.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I know I've got
Oh.
I've
Every
got the
once in a
bracelet here
while,
with me.
yeah, every once in a while they come out with a piece of jewelry or a bag
Oh, the bag, yeah.
that I go gaga for, and that's what we're doing right now. We got both.
I just ordered the
Mhm.
bag. I just ordered the bag.
Oh, you're gonna like the bag. Oh, you're lucky they still got it. I got it on the first day because I was afraid they'd sell out of it.
Mm.
Mm. Well, I gotta let's go on and share screen and send a what are they calling them? The
That
e-card ones. Yes, the Akron.
bag.
You've done a bunch of them, Donna, right?
No, I've only done a few. I'm trying to figure out how it sends from the program because so far all I can do is copy the link and put the link somewhere. But it's
Oh,
like
that's what I've
I
done
don't,
too. The one I did. Yeah.
yeah, and
Mhm.
it's like, but how do you, how do you share it from within the program? It's
I
it's
mean,
like I haven't figured that out.
but one of the share things is copy the link, right?
Yeah,
But I mean, why
but
is
it's
that not good? It does the job.
well, I mean, I just thought it was going to be like, you could just share it and pick the person and it would share it to them. But I guess I misunderstood. But
Oh,
yeah, so once
not
I figured out,
necessarily. Not you
I
didn't
once
necessarily misunderstand. I haven't done enough of them. I've got to do it like when they first came out with the app. And by
hmm
the app does not do the e-cards. You have to do the website. So on your phone, they stopped promoting the app a little while ago and tell you to use the browser on your phone. That's why they didn't upgrade the app for that. So if you're trying to do all the stuff on the phone, it goes to the website. So it ends up doing the laptop version on your phone. Excuse me, in case you're
okay.
wondering that. So
All
it's
right.
right. I'm pretty sure I got that straight. Is that your understanding too, Maureen, or you're not?
It is. Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's my understanding too. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've sent a couple, but not too many.
Yeah, I can think of so many good uses for it, but I haven't been, and I think this is just like when the app first came out, I was, oh, go ahead, Deanna.
Okay, so I just have a question because I am like, oh my God, what's going on? So in the my accounts, and I think we have the same plan. It says I have three something. And I'm thinking it's those, is it the digital
Yeah, the
cards?
Mhm.
digital cards, yep.
So do we get three free a month or something like that? Or what is that
No,
for?
that was a trial where you got three, but you're going to want to, unless I'm really wrong about this, you're going to want to buy that. You're on a
Yeah, the
subscription
lifetime.
now,
I'm on the unlimited.
so
Um,
you're going to want to buy
Mhm.
this subscription thing because right now I think it's 95 lifetime as long as you
Yeah.
maintain your subscription. If you don't do that and you end up liking the e-card thing, you're going to pay $10 a month down the road.
so is that an additional 95 or is that just 95 all around?
95
One
one
time.
time,
One time.
one time ever, and it's an additional to your subscription.
And that's for the just for e-cards.
Yes, and it's for
Yes.
one lifetime, one time ever, as
Okay.
long as you keep your subscription going. If you
Okay.
back out of your subscription, you're going to lose this too.
Okay. I have
But
to look into it a little bit. Okay.
but you may
But
want to do it because I didn't even know what I was signing up for, but I thought to myself, the last time I didn't do that, and then I found out it was awesome, and then I kicked myself. So I went in right as soon as they let me do that and got the lifetime thing on my
and
account
is that going to be in my account area then?
to how to sign up for it. Is
It
that what
should
you mean?
be like
Let's go
under
look.
subscriptions.
I'm gonna look because I'm not
Okay.
sure. I went on a link from their email about it is
Oh,
what I
there was an
did.
email. Okay.
So I'm not totally sure, but it would be pricing probably somewhere on here.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. I wonder if it'll show it different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
see,
what
I'm
I
on
have. The
unlimited
unlimited
with you.
part. Oh, that's what I have.
Yeah, I'm on that with you. And um down here somewhere would be the right. Oh, of course it's not showing it.
It's
Let's
up
look
I
at
think
the
it's
right.
up at the beginning. I think it's up at the beginning. I think I saw it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I think I saw it up at the beginning. Right there, right there. Go back down a
Where?
little bit. Right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh, okay.
acts. That's what,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Because it says we have three ACTs or something in the back now.
But that everybody had that on their accounts.
Okay.
Right. So
But
if
I
you
didn't know
get
what
the
that was. So
unlimited,
that's a digital card. Okay.
that's a digital card. And it if you get the unlimited, those three won't matter because
Okay.
you're going to have as many as you want. Um, I think, but where is the one, that's for the $10 a month.
Yeah.
Scroll down a little bit. There
Mhm.
was a pro down a little bit. Maybe that's the one. No.
No.
No. Maybe it'll
No.
show up on her account because she doesn't have it yet.
Yeah, maybe that'll be it.
Oh, yeah, because you probably already activated
So
it.
I did. Let's look at the dashboard to see if it says it there somehow. Let's see.
See, on
So,
mine, I had a banner across the top until I signed up for it, and then the banner went
Yeah.
away.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
okay.
probably what she'll have. Yeah.
Maybe that
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah, there was some. Okay, I have to look into. I don't pay attention.
The other thing, Deanna, is the look in your because we get an email a week, right? Look in the email because they've been talking about it every single time for
Okay.
the and there's a link right in there that tells you how to sign up for the thing because I did that right away when I saw it.
Okay, I'll check email. Thank you.
Just so you know why I'm thinking it's so awesome is because like I think probably 2 years ago now, I was doing, as you probably remember, 400 or 500 birthday
Mm-hmm.
cards a
Hmm.
month. Yeah, when my checks went through the floor like we all did, I couldn't keep that pace up. Um, but now I can go back to that because I'm going to do them right on the
Mm-hmm.
ACT things, the act ones.
Right, right.
And I can think of a lot of cases where that would come in handy. Now, I don't necessarily want to make every individual one, but that's why I'm going to like sending the URL, the copy of the URL, and not to an individual person necessarily. So I'm happy
Well,
about the URL thing.
so if you send the
Yeah.
URL, they just click on it and then it opens a card.
Yeah,
Mhm.
let's do one.
Well,
Let's do
and
one because I'm having trouble.
here's
Okay.
my question. Here's
Yeah.
my question, because I was gonna, instead of sending the card in the mail, the welcome card to the group, I was gonna do that. I was gonna send them just send it on as an e-card.
Hmm.
But when I went to do it, because I didn't have their information, I couldn't get the link.
Oh, are you sure? Because you don't need anybody's information. Let's do one. Let's
Let's
see
do
what
one
the
and
Yeah,
we'll
process
to
see,
is.
get
because
the
Okay,
link.
I
so
yeah.
mean, because you
let's
didn't
just
have them in
do.
your like in your contacts.
Right, I don't have, because not everybody has put their address in yet, so I don't have them in my contacts. So then I was thinking, well, what if I just put their name in there?
Yeah, you can just
Like,
add them because I've added people and I don't have their all their info.
Okay.
so I just picked a thank you one. Let's just do like we're going to make one. So here's the thank you. And now immediate delivery digital card. Okay, continue. The digital card. Let's do a flat card to make it easy. Continue. And see what they're gonna. I think we design it just like regular. I don't think it's
Mhm.
different till the checkout box, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna put something easy on the back so we can get on with it. Yeah, this is the same. Okay, so the front you can't change because that's a stock card. Let's just add a picture to the back. And we can add a picture of what? I know, the beautiful necklace. Let's do that. Thank you, beautiful necklace. Okay, so that's it. Now share. Choose recipient. Who do you want to send this to? Okay, let's Donna. There's you. But if you weren't there, I see
Yeah.
what you mean. You have to put something, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Save and share. Shareable card. So it didn't work when you just put any name there and went on to this?
Well, I would put the name and they would pull up and I'd
And
click on it and send it, but it didn't do anything.
this right here came up like
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
Okay. And then you click this one, send act.
Right. Right.
Okay. We could show you. Okay. So then maybe that's
So what does
a
that
glitch.
say?
Try
Because we
that
couldn't
again. We couldn't
share.
show you all the ways you could share. So, and I did it before and that happened. So all I did was copy the link instead. Here's the link.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That should
It
link
kept coming
copy.
up with a message. And then it was like, but then the person never got it because, I was doing a test with my granddaughter.
Did they not get it even when you did the link?
No, when I did the link and put it in like their messenger and stuff, then they got it.
Okay. I would say do the link
Yeah. Well,
because
I mean, I'll have to.
right and well and it does what you want it to do still, right? So I did the link, so now I'm gonna copy and send the link to you. I created, okay, so that's okay. So can you go in and make sure that you got the card and see
Yeah,
what
just a second. Yeah, I got it.
so
Is
yeah,
it,
it seems to me that must be a glitch because that happens for both of us. But copying the link does the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I wound up doing. But it was like, what am I doing wrong? It should go. It says it's going to share it. Why is it not sharing it? It pulled the person up,
You got to
you
think more
know.
like you got to think more like a man. Instead of what am I doing wrong, say what are they doing wrong? What do they got going on at that? You notice men never think it's them. No, no.
No, no.
Haven't you heard that story before? If what was it? If there's a locker room and there's a bunch of women and a bunch of men, and somebody walks in and said, "What's that smell?" The women all go and think it's them, and the men start blaming the other men. The
Oh
men
no,
never
I
think
heard
it's
that.
them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We got to think
Mm,
more like the men. No, I think since that's new, when they've come out with other stuff before, there were glitches at the beginning, so
hmm.
you could get the job accomplished, but it wasn't how you thought. And I think
Yeah,
this is one of those things.
yeah,
So you could
yeah.
still send the card or send because you could, if we did that on the phone, it would copy it and you could still paste it. So you could text it somebody still or
Yeah.
send it in Messenger or email it. You could do all those things still. I'm not sure how it would work if you just click the share for the person. It's just going to bring you to their messenger or bring you to their email, and it may paste it in there for you, but it's one extra step. But I think it's
Yeah.
not working, is what that is. But
Oh,
Donna,
okay.
did it personalize? Did it say your name anywhere on it?
Can she
When
Um,
the
share
one
what
that
she
Lisa
can she
just sent
share a
you?
screen? What she got?
what, Deanna?
but
Can Donna share her screen so we can see what she got on her end?
Well, that's a good idea. Can you do multiple?
oh, I no, I'm not real good at that kind of stuff. Wait a minute,
Okay.
let me
Well, how
see.
or let's see who can share all participants. Okay, you should be able to have that option now if you want to
Yeah, you would just click the green button at
on the
the
bottom that says share. Are you on a phone or on the
I'm
laptop?
on my phone, which
Oh, that's tough.
limits what I can do.
I can't. Well, why don't I share
I'm
and
gonna
then I'll click
share.
the link and or
Oh,
you
wait a
doing
minute,
it?
let me share. Yeah,
Okay. Go ahead.
a minute. No, it's giving me, I don't know what I'm supposed to share because it's giving me all kind of things.
What if
Okay.
you send it back to Lisa and then Lisa shares it from her
Well,
screen?
I think I can
Oh, wait a minute, share
I
screen.
think
Oh, yeah.
I can link on
Wait
your
a
link
minute.
because I opened up
Oh,
Messenger. I
no.
can just click your link. It's
Okay.
gonna go to the card still.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So this is what she would get right here. Oh, so it tells who it's from.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
It just doesn't tell unless I said something personal, it doesn't tell it.
Okay.
All
And
Okay,
right.
then
that's cute. Okay.
try it yourself is over here and request a printed copy is here. We
So,
did find out, Maureen called Deanna, and we did find out that if a customer or recipient, I should say, requests the printed copy right here,
mhm.
it sends you a option to do that, but it's an option. You have to say yes to that
So
because it would
if
cost
they
you,
do that and you say yes, will they just send it like as a heartfelt?
but it would cost you.
It comes
Yeah.
out of your daily limit.
Okay. And then my other question is, do they still get the one time free to try the free card? So if they click to try it yourself, they can make a card one time for free. Do they still do that?
Oh,
Because I saw
I
it
don't
has
know
that
that.
try it yourself button.
I I don't know that for sure. My guess is yes, but I don't
Okay.
know that for sure. I don't know that. But do you have a lot of people doing that?
No, but I have sent it to some people. Like I told some people about it. And I remember they used to say you could send one card for free to try it, but I don't want to tell people that and then they can't.
Right. Yeah. I'm not sure,
Okay.
positively sure. So I'll try to call before, or you can call customer service before next week. Okay. If anybody else calls between now and then,
Let us
ask
know.
them and then post it in the group so we all know. Because I'm not absolutely sure. I'm pretty sure you still get a free card when you first when you can go on there and get a free card if you're a prospect and never had an account.
Okay.
but I'm not totally sure if clicking that button will do the same thing for you. So,
And
Yeah.
could that be why now they're labeling them premium? Some are labeled premium and some are not labeled premium.
they
Could
Yeah,
that
actually
be
were
why?
before, they were like that before, believe it or not. They just had a different symbol on them. And those,
Oh,
they, I think those are for pay as you go people because the subscriptions we have, all of them,
all of
it's
them.
either that or they wanted to list them as a benefit and the premium cards as a benefit. Like when you go into a hotel and now they list everything, including if you have an ice bucket in your room, they list it as an amenity,
even though everyone has an ice bucket.
even though everyone has an ice bucket. So it could be that they wanted to list including 50 premium cards. They may just want to have listed that, but there've actually been both kinds of cards all along for quite a while. They just had a
Mhm.
different symbol. So I think that they made a bigger deal about it in the marketing look of it because they wanted to list it as an amenity that they have premium cards, I think.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. And I have
Yeah.
to tell you, using the three dots like you taught me last week has really helped me
Hmm.
um with the cards. That has really helped me.
What she's talking about is the three dots up in the upper right-hand corner. You can make it bigger or smaller, the screen, what you're seeing. Because I had
Oh,
that
okay.
problem with the oh well on this when you first they made the adjustment on how you edit a card, it's hard to see your own handwriting on a three panel or anything, and you can make it bigger yourself. Um, I have a problem not on this, but oh, I know. Sometimes when I do a screenshot, what I want on the screenshot is too big. And I have a little laptop here, so I have to reduce down to like the one you see me use all the time is the digital brochure. When I'm doing a jewelry post, I have a screenshot of the digital brochure page. The only way that I can do that screenshot is if I lower the view down to 67% instead of 100, then I can screenshot
Mm.
the whole page on one screen. So that's how I knew about that, trying to get that shot.
Oh,
So
okay.
I know that's a weird one, but
Yeah.
yeah. So no, I can see that a lot of uses for this though.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think,
definitely.
yeah, that's why if you haven't done it already, you only can get that price if you have a subscription already. Uh, Other than that, it's still going to be worth $10 a month though, I think. But if you do have a subscription, I would definitely get it, whether you
Mm.
think it's that awesome today or not, because I think as we go forward, that's going to be more awesome. We're going to like it more. But
Yeah,
Hmm.
I have been sending my niece um I told you guys this last week. My niece her had her baby the day before Easter, but she was born 6 weeks early. She came home from the hospital last Sunday. She's home already. But so Sam's posting all these pictures of the baby. So I've been grabbing them and I've been sending the hard copy, but I'm also sending different ones in on the e-cards, and I'm sending them to my mom and I'm sending them to my sister. So I'm sending them. And like I always forget, even though I have it written down, tomorrow's my brother-in-law's birthday. And I always forget. So guess who's getting an e-card tomorrow for his birthday?
oh yeah. And
So
you know what would be a perfect business use for the e-card thing is we all sit here trying to figure out how to get the coupon codes to the customers when we only get it a day ahead.
Yeah.
yes, yeah,
There you go. You could,
there you
and not only
go.
that, since the card isn't necessarily all that personal, you could design a front and back that anyone could see, grab the URL, and then sit there and with your list. I just printed a new one. Sorry, I turned and probably didn't get that. I just printed a new one. This is actually um, from Excel, my customer list off of Avon.com, and it includes their cell number. So I could do
Hmm.
them all or do a few at a time. I can sit here and text that e-card with the coupon code to a bunch of customers.
Right.
It also has their email on this. And by the way, this is your weekly reminder. Download this, download your SendOutCards one, download all of your Avon ones, your contacts, whatever company you're with. Grab your customer list and your downline list once a week, please. Please, because you don't know. You never know. You never
No.
know when you want to have something. You want to have something to start with. This is money to me. If I all of a
Yeah.
sudden have to start over, I want to have something. And all of these people somehow dealt with me at some point. So they're going to recognize my name.
Mhm.
And that's what you need. Because I don't want to be standing here with nothing. Right? So you want to
Mhm.
have as much as you can get. And this happens to be off of Avon's site, but I do that every week on my SendOutCards one too. And you can download them in Excel as an Excel spreadsheet. Okay. Um, Deanna, when you changed, I don't want to ask you because I'm afraid. Had you saved your list?
Yeah, thanks to Miss
Thank God.
Joanne Potts, I became I
Thank
became
God.
a numbers person and a reports person and all that jazz. But I like years, I was years into my business and I wasn't doing that stuff. But when
Oh,
Jen and I became
yeah.
friends and start working together and stuff, she was
Oh,
like,
good. Oh, Joanne
we need
Potts.
to do
Oh,
this.
good. Good, Joanne. Yay. Yeah, because it's like buying car insurance.
Yeah.
You're certainly
Mhm.
hoping not to have a wreck.
And she was like, Deanna.
But yeah, but when you have one, that's the most valuable thing you're going to have, and you just don't ever know what's going to happen down the road. We don't know.
We don't. We
So,
don't.
Mhm.
Well,
so
that like that group I got kicked out of, I went and printed everybody from that group that
mm,
was in my send out cards. And the thing of it is I don't know who in this group complained about me, but I'm
it
still
don't
using
matter.
it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I'm
it
still
don't
using
matter.
it. Like I've sent some of them Mother's Day cards already. You know, the ones that I know have kids. I've sent them
If
Mother's
matter of
Day
fact, if you
cards.
send the complainer a card, I'm sure she'll point herself out because they usually do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? Don't feel bad. I've had people complain. Remember that chick that, what did she do? Um, she complained because I sent her a birthday card and she said, she says, I know the multi-level people pressure you to be recruiting all the time, but I didn't give you permission to recruit to me, even though I did. It was a birthday card. I just had my thing on the back. So, but you know what? She wasn't just that way about that. She showed up here and was a pain too. So I
Yeah.
feel bad for her. I really do. And
Mhm.
she ended up quitting anyway, right off. She went to one rehearsal and quit. And Kenny wanted me to save her. I'm like, no, thank you. I'm like, you don't understand. She took herself out. That's what we hope for.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
like I was talking to Sean about it one day, and I was like, after I calmed down and after I talked to you guys, I said, he or she, because there's some guys in the group, he or she must either have an have a business like I have, or could sell Avon the way I have, or is just a miserable person because if they're going to complain about a URL on my envelope and that's the only place it is, it's not on my cards, it's no place else,
But they probably
then
complain about everything.
well that's it.
Right. Just
I was
right.
like screw them and and we'll do our own group and we'll have fun with it and we'll do our thing.
Right. I have relatives that say stuff like that about me. I'm like, you're lucky I'm over here pushing it that much and I'm not showing up at your house trying to get money from you or sleeping on your couch or something. Right? But instead of being supportive, they're complaining.
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah,
I like
I just send
I
them
like the
to
ones I
Wyland.
like the ones who say no Avon for my birthday or no Avon for Christmas. Well, guess what you're getting then?
Oh, you have relatives say that? Yeah, that's
I had
hilarious.
one. I used to have one. She doesn't anymore because then I would give it to her. I'd be like, here.
I'd be giving her like nothing. Did I tell you one of my big downline leaders, she's an older gal, but it was so funny. She complained that I sent brownies every time on her birthday. I got into a brownie thing and sent them every time. But 99% of the people were happy with that. So I was doing it was easy. They were the least expensive thing on the line. It was awesome. And so when she actually complained to me in person about it, I said, you know what? Instead of, changing up, what I'll do is I'll send you what you send your leaders for their birthday, which was nothing.
You shut her up real quick.
Right. She thought about it for a second and then she said, good point. So at least she's not like, you know what I mean? And she's not even in my first. Yeah.
Mm.
So I think she's in my third, which was even more funny to me. But yeah, keep your free brownies. What is she doing? But anyway, yeah, you can't, people are just going to be people. So
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, that's the way
yeah,
that is. But I can see lots of uses for the e-card thing.
I can
Um,
too.
yeah, the coupon code was one of my bigger ones that I thought would be awesome because they're not
Hmm.
giving us enough time to react to that. And you know what I am doing, and most of you know this, but I'll just say it quick. I opened a Facebook business page and it says Lisa Wilber Avon representative or whatever it says. And all I post on there is the coupon codes when they come out. So then when I'm out and about, I say, look for current coupon codes if they're available here. So instead of sending them to my personal wall, which would be hard to find, they go to that group and it's just coupon codes. So that's one way to deal with it. But it also hasn't been that effective because I'm not telling each person individually. I'm leaving it up to them to go there. So I think the e-cards will be very helpful.
Mm.
Joanne, what are you going to say?
Oh, I wasn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. The box lit up green. I thought you wanted to say something.
Oh, maybe it's picking up my TV in the background in the front room.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Are you going to Costa Rica, by the way?
No,
Oh, you don't think you're going to get it? Or you don't?
no.
Oh,
I'm too far down on the list and there's no way.
because it's pretty far out still.
I don't see it happening.
Oh, okay.
It's a shame. I hate it, but it's just the
No,
way
I
that
just
it
wanted
is.
because I'm not. I think I'm. What am I? I'm only a halfway, but we got so many campaigns to go. I think I might do it, but I'm halfway in both categories, personal sales and for recruiting. And both
Oh,
of those you have to make the list too. It's not just that you do it, you get it, but still, it
hmm.
seems. Yeah, I think I wouldn't give up this early, pretty early. Did you know
Let,
that about
let
the?
me log in here and see where it says I am.
Because I do know, I know what you're saying about you have to make the list, and that's discouraging, right?
Yeah, I've never liked those kind of incentives. I like where I get.
Me too. But in my experience so far, um, all the people that don't like it aren't shooting for it, and you have a better chance than you're thinking because of that. Because there's a bunch of
Oh.
people that are taking themselves out. At least that's what's happened to me before. Okay, see, I'm only, what am I? 50% for personal sales and 48% for recruiting. But I know that so many people are thinking they're not going to bother because you have to make the list too, that I bet you I'll get it. You know
Hmm.
how why sometimes I like do you remember the Bon Jovi perfume thing, Joanne, when we went to Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they said they originally said you had to be number one seller of the fragrance to go to the Vegas thing. And I know a lot of people took themselves out when they said that. And then they said number one in your state. When they said that, I'm like, I'm going to get it because I knew right away if I ordered 100 bottles is what I did. I immediately ordered 100 bottles and used them for all kind of different stuff, incentives and giveaways and gift baskets, because I knew no one else in the state of New Hampshire was going to sell 100 bottles, and I knew no one else would buy them like I would. And I went, and that trip was worth what, two, three, $4,000, I think. That paid for the fragrances. So I wouldn't count this out yet because
Well, it says that I'm 60% to
oh, you're
my
farther along
sales
than me.
goal.
You're farther along than me, Joanne. Joanne.
I haven't even been paying attention because I'm like, how can I compete against the people that do more in sales than me?
But it's tiered. You're only competing in your own tier. So
I
you're not
know.
competing against it. Yeah, but you're not competing against Adrian Curry unless you're President's
Right,
Inner Circle.
but I'm competing against I'm an elite, so that means like last year I sold Rose Circle levels, so that was like 35,000,
Uh-huh.
but the my tier people it goes up to what is it, the 50,000. So that alone is like 15,000 more than me, and I'm like, well, how in the heck
But
can
they
I
all have
compete?
to have an increase too. They all have to
Hmm.
have a big increase just to get on the board. You have a better chance than you're thinking.
Well, I'm clicking on the go far and I'm gonna see where it says I am.
Personally, how I'm
Yeah.
dealing with this is I'm not thinking about what anybody else is doing. I'm just thinking about making my little dials all go 100%. And I'm pretty confident if I can get my two dials there to go 100%, I'm somehow going to get that trip. I'm not even going to worry about where I am on the list because
Okay.
I, because what is the worst case scenario here? You do more business? There
Right. You
isn't a
make more
downside to
money.
this, right? Make more money. Yeah, there isn't a downside if you go for it. But I would not even think that it's not possible because I think it is possible. And I think a whole bunch of people aren't even trying for it because they don't realize that a whole bunch of people aren't trying for it. You're going to be
Well,
better
I
off.
guess, when you look at the rankings and you see that you're 95, it's like, well, shoot, I gotta be in the top 25. Forget that, you know.
But
But
it's so early on.
if you look at it at the percent like you're doing,
Yeah, but a
then
whole bunch
yeah,
of those
it
people
might
aren't
be
gonna, you have to, all of those people have to get 100% on their dial or they're going to take themselves out, right?
right.
So a bunch of the people, you're not on the top of the list right now because a bunch of the people, including you, aren't at 100% yet. So that list is going to clean out with all the people that don't pay attention because they think they can't make it.
Well, and then too, I was thinking, if they have the credit with Avon and they don't pay their bill or something like that,
Right.
then they
There's a
could get
bunch of reasons.
disqualified.
Right. There's a bunch of reasons that people in front of you on the list are going to clean themselves out and you'll be higher up than you're thinking. Yeah, I wouldn't count yourself out of that.
Hmm.
Do some more with some of this stuff we're talking, like the e-cards with the coupon code thing. I've got a lot of customers that are all into that, the coupon code thing. That's why I am. And when there's one that's worth a lot, the coupon code things, I in particular send that to as many people as I can get a hold of because I say, you're going to want to look at this. And then I usually say, your face cream that you like so much is on sale too. So, I mean, if you get a couple extra jars of that, it'll put you over the minimum. You're going to get all this other stuff free. But that might help you. It's helping me. So, can you think of another good use for the e-cards, Joanne, by chance?
Maybe send them to your team, welcoming the new people.
Oh, that's a good idea too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Maybe
especially,
they'll think, oh, she's fun. Look what she sent me. I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe it'll make them respond. I don't know.
You know, it's funny, a lot of people like to send the other kind of e-cards that are like online, but you can't personalize them like we can. Like we can put pictures of the products and we can put our own handwriting file. We can do anything that we can do on a print card on the e-card.
Mhm.
So that level of personalization isn't available at the other e-card places. That's why I think it's going to be worth the money.
And so they can just pull this up on their phone.
Yes. Even that, did you see me a minute ago click on Donna's and that's what you see?
Yeah.
She would just see it on her phone instead of the laptop. The
And
receipt.
when we do the $97 or whatever it is that it was, because I seen it pop up on my thing when I went on, because I've kind of fallen off the wagon with this and I've got to get back on it because I miss doing the cards, but the baby has he's just kept me so busy.
Oh yeah.
And
Are you
I
still
got
in?
on there and I was like, what the heck? How do I make a card? So then I'm trying to make a card and I'm like, I kept having the pictures were moving around on me. I couldn't figure out. I was like, oh dear Jesus. And my card's still sitting there. I'm trying to
Oh,
finish it up today because
oh,
it
yeah,
just took me
muscle through
forever.
because it did me too, the first like 10. And then after that it was back to I can do them right away. But the
Mhm.
first 10 were tough. Just like when you first started sending cards, it was all confusing. And then once you muscled through and got through a few, it goes back to the way you remember. Because
Right.
it is the same. They just move stuff around. What were you gonna say, Donna? Or you're just doing
Oh,
something?
yeah, no. Well, I noticed they changed it from 60 and 100 to 100 and 200
Oh,
for
that's
the
Avon.
code.
Avon for the coupon code. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
They
And
went
then
up to that before and then down again, and now they're back up again.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. I missed them the first time.
Yeah. I actually don't
Yeah.
mind that. I see people complain about that, but they're giving an awful lot of stuff away free to
Yeah,
have it
they
updated.
are.
So I
Mhm.
don't mind because I have customers that'll be like, well, you know what? I am going to get myself over that. And then they buy more stuff and I earn more money. So
Hmm. Yeah,
I'm not gonna complain about that. So,
yeah.
hey Nancy, how are you doing today? Hey.
Sorry, I was trying to unmute.
No, that's all
I'm doing
right.
okay.
Awesome.
Sorry, I was
Well,
a little late joining.
you're awesome.
Well,
I
thank
was
you.
going to say you're
And
on
so are
mute,
you.
but you're off. You're awesome. Yes. So, are you doing the e-cards yet or not yet, Nancy?
Not yet. Not
Okay.
yet. I was gonna try to get to that site you sent, and life keeps getting in the way.
Oh, that's right. You're not doing even send out cards. Oh, that's fine.
No,
Yeah. Did you get the one I sent so you could see it?
not yet.
Not yet. You should have that anytime. That was last
No.
week, I think, right? Because I
Yeah.
sent it
So
right away. But yes, indeedy. It takes a while because of cross country.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Pony
snail
Express.
mail.
They're
Snap.
fun though.
Yeah.
They're fun
Pony.
to make. They are so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I think that I'm gonna sign up, and I was talking to my husband, and we were talking about different things we could use it for. So
Joanne, back to you just for a second. So are you still on a subscription?
Yeah, I'm on the 97 unlimited.
Okay. So if you stay on that and want to do the e-card option, you're going to want to lock into that shortly because I think it's only today and tomorrow left. So
Yeah, I seen that
think
on
about,
there.
yeah, think about it as far as saying, what could I use this for down the road? Would it be worth it? Because the other option is $10 a month. So that wouldn't even be 1 year's worth, and you'd be lifetime at 95. So
Yeah,
just
I thought that was a really good deal. I'm like, is that forever?
yeah,
It's a one, and I can send as many of those as I want because that's kind of nice
I
because
do
if
like
you
that.
do have a lot to send out, that's going to be a lot cheaper. I mean, honestly.
I think so too. That's why right away, because there's been other stuff like that, like for instance, like the handwriting font thing, that's a one-time payment. And when that first came out, I jumped on that right away. I like that. and now I've used it 10 years. And back then it was $75 for the two of them. Now it's only 25, but I only had to pay 75 once 10 years ago and used it all this time. So it's like that. That's why if you are on a subscription, I think it's and you think you might use the e-card thing, jump on it in the next day or two so you get it. So
I signed up. I signed up the very first day because when they first announced it, it was at a certain price for just like a week,
Mm,
and I wasn't sure if they were going to do it again.
yeah, me
So,
too.
so
Yeah.
I moved all kinds of things around so I could get it because I was like, I really want this.
Because Peg Duchesne messaged me, texted me and said, "Did you see this? Because you've got to sign up for this." I'm like, I already signed up for it, Peg.
Yeah.
Because she did this, she thought the same thing, because these kind of tools could be used for so many things. It wouldn't take much to justify that expense, which is
Right,
tax
right.
deductible, by the way. So I said to her, I don't know anything about it, but I do know it sounds like a good idea. So I did it to put it on my account because I am on a subscription too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Did you
got
do
it right away too.
Yeah.
that? Right. So
So,
no,
and
I
I
think
think
it's good.
another way it's going to be good, like, we send a lot of cards, but when you send a sympathy card, sometimes it takes a little while. So you could send one immediately, but then still send it. And the
Yeah.
one you send immediately doesn't have to be the fancy one. It could just be a regular one. And then you send the one with the pictures and all that in the mail, but that way you're getting them, or like the birth of a baby, you send that card immediately and then do more in
Hmm.
the mail, or the graduation, congratulations. And then, I know the point of this is supposed to just send the e-card, but not send it in the mail. And some of
No,
them you
not
don't have to send in the
necessarily.
mail, but
Yeah. Yeah, not necessarily. Because sometimes they like when we did the birthdays, we would send a postcard and the bigger people would get a two panel and they'd all get the email too, the e-card on Vibe. So I mean, do you mind if someone says happy birthday more than once?
no.
Right. So right.
Yeah.
So you're not going to mind if they get more right. So
Yeah.
yeah. And let me talk just for a second here. I know we only got 10 minutes, sorry, but the play thing, that is one of the things my business always does better when I focus on being grateful. And I know I talk about this all the time, but it's surprising. Okay, Deanna, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you can finish your thought.
I'm going to be longer than that, so go
Okay.
ahead. I don't want
Oh,
you to
I
be
just had a
afraid.
quick question because
Yeah.
I've searched my emails for send out cards, and the only ones I ever get, they're all just upcoming dates and billing, like you were billed and upcoming dates. So do they say they're coming from someone else? Does
Did
it
you
not?
look
Prompting.
in your spam folder?
Because I
Look in
put
your,
send out for the thing.
oh,
Promptings.
It would be promptings.
It's
Oh,
prompting.
promptings.
promptings. Okay, thank you.
Good point, Donna. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you, Deanna. I'm in here now in my email, and it's like I'm not getting anything from them. So
Okay,
should
I
I
got lots
maybe?
of prompting stuff. Okay, let me look through this stuff.
See,
Look for prompting stuff, Joanne.
I don't
Prompting.
have anything.
That says promptings.
How about
No.
your spam folder or something?
Mm-mm.
Because they send one or two a week.
Yeah.
You better call customer service because you're missing out on stuff.
Okay, lifetime ACTs, is that it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
Okay, April 24th. Is it still thinking about it? Okay, let me open that.
Because 5.1 and 5.2, I think tomorrow's the deadline for that. The ACT, I think. The lifetime one. We all set for me to go on?
Yeah, one-time payment of $95. Okay. And
Because that's going to
it's
be way cheaper.
available. It was extended. It's available through May 15th.
Oh, okay. They just extended it then yesterday because it was till tomorrow. So that's good. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Go
Okay.
ahead. Sorry.
Sorry. Um, and I've talked about this before, so I don't mean to bore you with it, but when I concentrate on being grateful in my business, I get more referrals, I get more people, I just do better. And that's not just in my business, but like the play thing. So now the play thing ended 2 weeks ago, but it hasn't ended for me yet because I'm still working my way down. Let's see. The every single actor. Here's the cast list. I'm marking them off. I'm sending every single actor, which there's 32 of them. Well, actually 33 of them, because we had somebody at the last minute play a bit part. Every single one of them is getting a card with their picture on the front. And inside it has two more pictures, hopefully a group shot that they're in. So it's taken me a little bit to do everyone. And then on the text, I'm doing a two panel. On the text portion of the inside of the card, I'm writing something specifically for them. So let's, for example, Daisy King, who played one of the bigger, excuse me, one of the bigger characters. I had a lot of shots of her, so that was easy, picking the three shots. And she had a lot of lines, and she was also doing, this is why it was important for me to go to all the rehearsals, so I knew all this little stuff. Excuse me, she was late an hour for rehearsal for the first, I think it was 3 weeks, because she was taking driver's ed at the same time she was trying to star in this play. She's one of the three main characters. So she had to memorize all her driver ed thing, do the driving course, do the driving test. At the same time, she's learning all the lines and movements to be in this play. Right. So I started off every single card with saying, "Congratulations, Daisy, on your fabulous performance in Time Will Tell as Ava Henry. I thought you did an awesome job, especially in the scenes where you had to run down the aisle or whatever it was. I said a specific scene for every person where I thought I was, I was impressed the most. Like one of them, her little brother, Judah, he had a little singing part, and I thought my heart was going to explode when he stood up there and sang. I think he's like 7, and he stood up and sang, Maroon 5 song, is it Memories? He stood up and sang one of the little choruses from that, and I thought my whole heart was going to explode. He did such a good job. And I said that. I said, "You were so brave standing in front of 100 people singing your heart out in that vigil scene." I said, "You did such a good job. I'm so impressed with you." Now, I realize a lot of these are adults that this card may not mean that much to them, but I was thinking to myself, in my scrapbook, I've got notes that teachers said to me. I had a teacher say I reminded her of some famous writer, a book writer, and I kept it all these years because it meant that much to me. And I want to give that gift to some of these kids. You know what I mean? Judah may go on to be a famous singer, and he may say, "I started my singing career because someone thought I was so awesome when I was in this play." So it's a gift I'm trying to give to them, and the cards just make it easy to do. But I'm doing that for all 32 actors. Now, from a selfish point of view, a year from now, when I have to get 30 more parts filled, I'm going to go back to all these guys, and they're going to remember that I cared about what they did, and I took the time to send them a congratulations card, and I paid attention to what they were doing. And I think that that makes a difference to actors, it makes a difference to customers, it makes a difference to team members when you pay attention to them and their details, and then you go out of their way. Okay, Nancy, thank you. You go out of their way to send them a card and make sure that they feel appreciated. I think that makes a lot of difference. I'm also sending cards to the vendors because I want to make sure next time, like we had electrical vendors, we had lighting vendors, we had a guy that did the sound and all that, and I'm going to do the same thing for them. I took pictures of them all doing their job on this project, and like the electrical guy waived his labor. So he did a whole bunch of work and waived the labor because we're a community theater with no money. And I want to make sure if we need some other electrical work, he'll maybe not waive the fee, but he'll show up and he'll be happy to do it because we appreciated what he did. Because just think how many times they go and do something like this, even all these actors, they weren't paid to do this. How many times that they're involved in something like this and nobody takes the time to tell them that they were appreciated or, um, I was grateful that they gave their time. In the cards, I also said, thank you for being a snack hero. Did you hear what I did about the whole snack hero thing? Right. If I started doing the snacks and drinks 3 years ago in the first play when I had more money. And then fast forward to this year where I don't have that much money anymore. So I had to think of a way to produce the snacks and drinks without me buying them, which is a lot harder. So I decided to advertise, be our snack hero, hashtag snack hero. I'll take your picture and give you a shout out on social media and stuff. And that worked so well, I didn't have to buy anything the whole time. So I made sure in the card, thank you for being a snack hero numerous times, if they did it numerous times. And I made sure to remember stuff like that. I took notes about stuff like that so that I had something to say and not just thanks for coming or thanks for being in it. I was very specific so they knew I was paying attention. And I think that's important with customers and team members too. If you want people to stick around and keep doing business with you or stay on your team and keep selling for you, I think you have to make sure that they feel appreciated, included, and that you're grateful for them in general. So anyway, that's what I'm in the thick of the card sending. I think I'm at 21 and I got 33 to go. I'm 33 total, so I got a few, and that's not counting the vendors. I'm still on the actors. But so, and you know what I like too? Somebody told me this, and I thought, yeah, that's about right. I think it was Lauren. He said, you're so appreciative when I do anything, like when I show up and act or whatever I'm doing, that when you come and ask me to do something, I don't want to tell you no. And I'm like, winning. I'm like, yes, that's
Yeah.
I suppose that's like guilting them into it. But it always worked for my mother, you know what I mean?
Right.
Right. But that I think that's not bad necessarily. Like Lauren in particular, he says that to me, but he's there. He shows up every time I ask him, and I'll call him and say, Lauren, I know you're busy because he's on the budget committee in his town, all that, but I'm really short one man for this, and you're so good at this. And he's like, I'm coming, I'll be there. So it's funny. But anyway, I wanted to leave you that on that note because our card business isn't just sending cards, it's actually making a difference. And it's making a difference for your business as well as the person receiving it. It's amazing. And now I get it more why when you go to a SendOutCards convention, they don't talk about making cards. They talk about the stories because that really is what it's about. But it took me a while to get there.
Yeah.
Oh, so did you have any parting comments, Maureen?
Now, I was just going to say that I have a friend that I met through one of my marketing groups, and I sent every now and then I send her a card, but she doesn't get a lot of mail. So whenever she gets one of the cards, she sends me a voicemail, and she's so very appreciative
That's right.
for
Appreciate
it.
it.
Yeah, for the card, and she's like, it really made my day. Thank you so much. Because the one I sent her the other day was about kindness, in the world, and she's a part of it and stuff. And it just made her happy. And when I sent her birthday card last year, she couldn't believe it because she's like, it was the most amazing. I don't get birthday cards. I don't get a lot of mail, blah, blah. So I was like, I'm glad I can do this, and
I'm glad all the other people aren't even doing it that much because we look like superstars, It's like, we can do our regular stuff that we've always been doing and look even extra special because everybody else quit doing it. It's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, go out and have yourself an awesome week, and we'll be back at it next Thursday. And if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them if you're in the group. We need to put more stuff in the group. And definitely, Maureen, put in the address again to join your card sending group because that's awesome.
Okay, I can do that.
That way, if anybody missed it, they can join it. Okay.
Definitely.
I'll put this replay up on YouTube and thank you. I appreciate you all and love you so much. We
Thank
will
you.
talk to you later.
Have a
Thanks.
great week. Bye.
Bye.